Hi, everybody. In this week's The Question Series, we have one of our friends and board members for Framingham State University Hospitality Major, Steve Pickford, Longfellow, Wayside Inn. Steve, floor is yours. Would you like to explain yours?
Sure. I'm Steve Pickford, innkeeper / general manager of the Wayside Inn. We have the oldest continuing operating inn in the country. We've been in business since 1716. We have 110 acres, 9 historic buildings, 10 overnight rooms, a very busy restaurant operation, and a lot of catering. We do over 100 weddings a year, and it's just a fun place to visit and a fun place to work.
Steve, if you remember the last visit when we came with my class, all of the students were agreed that this is a beautiful place and historical place. But one question came up. It was really interesting question. They were asking you, how do you remain nostalgic and traditional for your customers while keeping up with the trends to attract new ones? This is an interesting question, and I want to hear a little more for our students.
It's a great question, and thank you for asking. One of the because we've been here so many years, 300 years, we have the benefit of long-term word of mouth. People have been here over the years, so they know and they talk about it, and that's one of the best marketing plans, particularly for a restaurant. I always say if you have good food and good service, you really don't need another marketing plan. But that's what we've benefited for so many years. As far as the nostalgic and traditional customers, we upkeep the property, 110 acres. We try to upkeep it and have it similar to colonial era in time back around the Revolutionary War. And we do have some museum rooms, and that attracts all the history people and history buffs here. And when they're here and they visit and they see it, a lot of them really appreciate that. So in one sense, that's part of our marketing towards that nostalgia there. We also create programs based on our mission of history and education. And we have a programming director who's focused on this. So even if we tend to have a fun dinner, so to speak, say like we had a whiskey dinner, we still incorporated the history and the discussion of the history of whiskey in this country, and educated the customers about it. And we brought in a guest speaker. So we always have those two elements, which keeps that nostalgia going and a little bit about us. Of course, we were serving whiskey. There's only 13 colonies in wine. California wasn't even on the map. We also stay connected with the local chambers and the Tourism Bureau, which is important to bring new customers in. And also through social media, we have the website and Facebook that we keep up with a lot of history elements and try to market everything through that. This day and age, I think everybody has to have a social media program, and I really think that's important, particularly for us with all the history and nostalgia that we have here. It's a fantastic place to visit. We appreciate what Framingham State has done with us. We've collaborated with a couple employees in a field trip, and we love being a part of what you folks are learning over there. I would welcome anybody there to come visit. You'd be happy to have you ask for me. I'd be happy to give you a tour and show you around, and anything we can ever do for any of you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you very much, Steve. As far as our visits, I know that your restaurant is serving traditional American food, the Massachusetts food. Our students were very happy to see that. And they also mentioned that this is specifically for the viewers. Steve is actually one of the great teachers to teach you the history of the building and the past, what they have lived together. The place has really interesting stories. I do recommend you guys to visit it. I hope to see you next, guys. Bye.